Hi everyone, we are back on the video blog this week. My name is Krista Davis. I'm a certified professional coach and I teach women professionals how to love their jobs or leave them. What we are talking about today are our goals, dreams, and fear. One of the most common themes that comes up in my coaching sessions and something I say a lot to my clients is, if your dreams and your goals don't scare you, like really scare you, then you are not going big enough. I want to share a personal story with all of you today, and this is actually something that not a lot of people know. So everyone knows my story of how I transitioned from working at nonprofits to coaching, but what many people don't know is that there was a period of time, probably about a week, that's all it lasted, where I completely gave up on my coaching business idea. So during this period of time, I was in grad school, part-time, and I was looking for a full-time corporate coaching job. And I also wanted to keep my business on the side, but wasn't really sure I was going to make that work. So there was a moment where I said, you know what, Krista? Grad school is only 20 months long. You're not going to be able to do all three. So why don't you just put the coaching on side for now? You could still do it in a full-time job and, focus on grad school. Yep. I was convinced to a point. And I told myself that for a few days, about a week. I told probably just a couple of close friends my plan. And as we know, that's not what ended up happening. Here we are now. But I look back on that, and I honestly, you can see the emotion coming up for me right now. Like, I'm being really real and honest with you. I think, what if I did that? What if I chose fear and what was safe? Because the truth was, my dream was to go full-time with my business, and that scared the shit out of me. Yep, it did, because I thought I had to be at a certain point to go full-time. I had to have a certain number of experience. So because the dream was scary, for a brief moment, I let that stop me. I almost made the worst decision of my life by not pursuing my dream. And to reframe this for all of you, and what I want to talk about with all of you is, I think about, what about the people that I would not have been able to work with? I've worked with the most incredible clients, and not only the disservice I would have done by not being able to work with them, but the disservice I would have done to myself by not facing the fear. Because when we face our fear, that's when we grow into who we're fully capable of being. That is what I want to talk about with you today. First thing, reframe how you look at fear. You are a client of mine. You know that when you say to me, oh, Krista, I know what I want to do. I'm really excited about it, but I'm scared. I say, good. We can move through the fear. We can move through the doubt. Not going to be maybe easy, but there's a way through every block. We are sold this story that fear is a bad thing. What if we looked at fear as just, a normal response that's telling us that we're stepping out of our comfort zone and we're growing in some way? And of course, I'm not necessarily talking about the fear like, fight or flight when, a bear is attacking us or there's a car accident. I'm talking about this career fear, pursuing our dreams when our livelihood, our physical health genuinely isn't at risk. So just to clarify there. But take some time to reframe how you look at fear. What if you saw fear as a positive thing? discomfort as a good thing, a sign that you're growing. How would that impact your life? Second thing, sometimes, with the fear, we may label it as bad. And sometimes we're in conflict with what we've been told we should do and what success should look like, what happiness should look like, versus what we truly, truly want. So we have to let go of that old conditioning and step into, who we truly are and what we want. A great exercise to do that I just did with a client a few weeks ago is writing down, taking some time in your journal, write down what are all of those expectations that you have for yourself, the shoulds, the limited beliefs. And you can do this, let's say this is, maybe your health, career, money, family, life in general. What are all those expectations that you're lugging on you like a backpack? And then in a separate column, what are things that genuinely excite you, that you're curious about? Compare these lists and see how does it make you feel? That can give you a lot of clarity of what are things that feel like obligations or expectations versus things that are really in alignment with what you want to do. Third thing here, with fear, and I've shared this in my post before, but fear is always trying to protect us in some way. And sometimes it's really just looking at, what is fear trying to protect me from? Maybe it's failure, rejection, vulnerability. Look at what that is and when did this first come up in your life? Where did this fear first come from? When you can start that map it out, you can start to really see that fear is just a story. It's in here. And it's just this old conditioning that we're habitually used to responding in that's coming up right now. And many times it's taking those steps out of our comfort zone that helps us overcome the fear and gives us a bigger threshold of what we can do. I hope these tidbits were helpful for you today. And really, if there's one thing that you can walk away with is when you feel the fear, when you're thinking about your goals and your dreams for yourself, bring it on. Bring it on. Because if your dreams are not scaring you, and if you want to settle for something that's safe but not in alignment, then what's that going to do for your life? What would it do for your life, though, to overcome the fear and move through it? I welcome comments, questions, feedback. My info is below, and you know how to get in touch with me. Thanks for tuning in.